The secret of old souls and their task. Those who live forever are allowed to strive. Many theories and mysteries surround old souls. It is said that it's even possible to calculate how often we have to reincarnate in order to finally gain entry to paradise, nirvana, or eternal life. It's very likely that death is not the end of a life, but merely a transition. Although we do not know this for certain, there is enough evidence to support this. An old soul has been wandering the world for quite some time. It has been reborn countless times, and always with the sole purpose of learning, evolving, and eventually finding enlightenment. However, it goes without saying that the universe also holds us accountable. After all, not a single spark of energy or atom of our existence should be wasted. Old souls, therefore, always come into this world with at least one task, and we would like to introduce you to these cosmic to-dos today. Number 1. Inspire, guide, and motivate others. If there is such a thing as universal mentors, then they are to be found among the old souls. Their lives beyond the masses, and always a little on the sidelines, can be very inspiring for people who have not yet found their place in this world. Young earthlings can only benefit from the wisdom and serenity of old souls. Their attitude towards life is also different. Those who feel deep down that death will not be the end can use their days on this planet in a completely different way. Number 2. They have successfully left their ego behind them. Old souls no longer have to prove anything to anyone, least of all to themselves. They therefore rest in the moment and have long since given up the battle for supremacy in the hamster wheel. They are neither interested in professional ambition, nor do they strive for earthly goods or material wealth. They often live very modestly and far below their means. It makes them happy to be able to afford a relaxed view of life. That is all the luxury they need. Number 3. They are ready to devote themselves fully to their spiritual side. From a spiritual point of view, those who can count themselves among the old souls are practically on the home stretch towards enlightenment. This last stage before entering eternity offers them plenty of space and opportunities to devote themselves to their soul and their faith in peace. It is not uncommon for old souls to prefer a life of seclusion and minimalism in order to avoid the unnecessary distractions. As fellow human beings, they therefore sometimes appear odd and a little strange. Number 4. They are capable of deep feelings and ready for great love. This is the final stage of soul development for old souls. Ironically, this is the perfect time for them to meet their dual soul or a kindred soul, which will ultimately bring them great love. The age for this does not have to be advanced. Old souls can also slumber in young bodies. The fact is, however, they are capable of particularly intense emotions and do not take anything concerning their emotional life lightly. Number 5. They are role models for a fulfilled life away from meritocracy. If you want to know how to get through life differently, but happily and contently, take old souls as an example. They are the outlaws among us, the eccentrics, and the loners who don't want to fit into any pigeonhole. Surprisingly, however, they get along just fine, just not on the well-trodden paths of the masses. Trends and other zeitgeist currents pass them by without a trace. Their wealth is not waiting for them in their bank account, but within themselves, and later, of course, in heaven or paradise. Number 6. They are the rock in every storm. People who have an old soul around them can count themselves lucky in many ways. We have already talked about the role model effect and the inspiration to be different. But the greatest asset of old souls is probably their stoic calm and composure. They're unshakable, and any turn of fate, no matter how catastrophic, hardly seems to affect their equanimity. As partners or good friends, this quality makes them a faithful, loyal companion who is on hand in all situations. They never judge others, can resist the urge to criticize them, and refuse to take part in gossip. Life simply looks different from their perspective, and much of what still upsets or upsets us mere mortals simply does not touch old souls. Number 7, they know what spiritual awakening feels like and share their wisdom. Not many people come as close as old souls do to entering nirvana at the same time. It takes a perceived and probably actual eternity before we can successfully break the cycle of reincarnation and leave it behind us. However, an inkling already slumbers in old souls, and in many respects, they're already very close to enlightenment. They attach the utmost importance to their spiritual center, cultivate their upward connection, and do their utmost not to anger karma in the last few meters. What takes a long time finally becomes wise. Old souls cannot consciously recall memories or experiences from their previous existences, but unconsciously there is a powerful sense of foreboding with them, and their soul has memorized much that can be of benefit in every life. Just as there is a body memory, there is also a soul memory. It likes to share its wisdom and wise advice with us. Its tool of choice for this is our intuition. Whenever it speaks out of us, we can be sure that we are right. Old souls benefit from the fact that they've already experienced, seen, and heard a lot. However, they must not rest on their laurels on the path to eternal light. They have a task in this world, and they must do it justice. They are not saints who only have to do good and completely exhaust themselves in the process, but the universe expects more from them, and karma never sleeps.